Make sure you like and subscribe, because this is...
Okay, so laws. You got them down, Pat? Your laws. So if you have this, what is the answer to this simplification? Add them. If you have this division, what do you do? Subtract. And if you have this, multiply. Okay, so those are some of the big ideas, right? If there's multiplying with powers, add. Division with powers, subtract exponent. Power to an exponent times. Okay, now here's why it's tricky. You have to tell yourself every time, is the coefficient part of the exponent repetition or afterthought? Tell me about these coefficients. Are they with the exponent idea or are they afterthought? They are afterthought. So if they're not part of the exponents, I'm not going to put them into exponent rules. So I'm just going to do regular math. So what's 6 times 7? 42. The base x, what's the rule there? Add. Okay, number 2, is the coefficient part of the exponent or afterthought? Part of the exponent. So you have to do this in your head. What is 2 repeated 4 times? 16, yes. Because 2 times 2, 4. Times 2 is 8. Times 2 is 16. X to the 4th. Times, is this coefficient part or afterthought? Part of it. So then what is the new coefficient going to be on this? 9x squared. Okay, we can do this. What's 16 times 9? So let's go, what's 10 times 9? 90. And what's 6 times 9? 54. So what does that add together to be?
140.
144 x to the 6. Yes. You know what? The whole test that you're going to do is not going to be a calculator. Manageable. Like I'm not going to give you, figure out 7 to the 9th power in your head. Like I'm not going to do like that. Yeah. Okay. Coefficients. Are they involved exponents or out of it? They're out of it. So if they're out of it, just do exponent stuff. Or sorry, do coefficient stuff. What is the new coefficient then? Just math. 40. Y to the 9. There's secretly a 1. And here you've repeated 8. You've repeated the y 8 times and then 1 more time over here. So how many times have you repeated it now? 9. Okay. Division question. Are these coefficients involved or separated? Separated. So what is the new coefficient? 7. A to the, use your rules, 7. Next division. Are the coefficients involved or separated? They're involved. So you're going to have to do this. You're going to have to do this number then. And I'm going to expect you to do this one on your test, like knowing that value. 4 times 4 times 4. What are we at? 16 times 4. You guys can do 15 times 4 quite easily. 60. And then 4 more. Okay. On the bottom here, is that 8 involved or separated? Involved. So you're going to have to get me this number, 8 squared, because it's involved with the getting squared. So what is the coefficient now going to be? 1?
64, 8, 1.
That's your final answer. Do you see it? Because 64 divided by 64 is 1. And I don't really need to write 1 times. And then subtracting makes, this is what it was. But do I need to write a coefficient 1?
No.
No. Do I need to write the exponent 1? No. Would I mark you wrong? I wouldn't. Would I encourage this? Yeah, I would encourage this one. Okay, and this last, no, not last division, we have 2 more. Coefficients, are they involved or separated? Separated. So you have to do this separately. What does that work out to be? 3 divided by 6. Not 2. What's 3 divided by 6?
-2.
Half.
Like I said.
0.5, but I'm going to go a half because you're not thinking calculator stuff. I hope you're not touching your calculator. X to the rules. Apply the rules because it's exponents. So whenever you're dealing with exponents, it's the rule stuff. Okay? This, we said, was separated, so I'm not doing anything rules. Okay, this question, the coefficients, are they involved or separated? Separated, so you can just separate that. 9. Then exponents, so now you put the rules into place. Y to the -3. Okay, in the future we're going to learn a different way to write that. I'm not going to add that onto your plate right now though. Okay, the coefficient 2, is it involved or separated?
Involved.
Involved. So if it's involved, we need to do this kind of math. Okay, so did you do this without a calculator? You saw it on the top. Okay, on the test without the calculator, I'm expecting you to know 2 to the power of. I'm going to expect you to know 2 squared, 2 cubed, 2 to the 4th, 2 to the 5th, and 2 to the 6th. You can do all those with your head. So what are we at? 4. Now this is 8, 16, 32. So 32, x to the rules. 40, the rules on that.
5 times 8 equals 40. How do
Okay, this coefficient, is it involved or separated? Separated. So there's actually nothing to do to it. If it's separated, you don't have to do math to it. And then the exponents. X to the 32. Rules. Okay. the 9, the coefficient, is it involved or separated? Involved. So you have to think like this. What is 9 to the 0? 1. And what is 7 times 0?
0.
So what is y to the 0?
No, nothing.
What's anything to the 0?
0. I mean 1.
1. Everything. Anything to an exponent 0, doesn't matter what you are, is a 1. Okay, so this one's not that. This one's going to be a different answer. Why is it different? This is not involved. It's separated. Okay, so this is going to be a 9. Then this is the only exponent application. The 9 has nothing to do with the exponent. Did you see here the 9 and the exponent? They're connected. But the 9 is separated from that exponent here. The difference. Are we understanding that format? Okay? So what is this? X to the 6 to the 0 is going to be a 1. So 9 times 1.
I told you.
Okay, 82, involved or separated? Separated. So don't worry about it right now. This is the only application about exponents. What happens if you do negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times 13 times? Negative 1. All right, is the 5 attached or separated? Separated, so just a 5. And then we have to evaluate 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1.
Equals 1.
You just say 7.
1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1.
It's not 7.
Okay, and this one, the 5, is the 5 involved? Yes. So, what is the brackets here? We could do like that. 5, and then cubed. Or, on your test, if I ask you to separate this into 2 products, what else could you write it as? 5 cubed times 1 cubed. So you could do BEDMAS where you like work the brackets first here. So 5 times 1 is 5 and then cube it, or you can do it as a product. Okay, but understanding. The 5 is not involved with exponents here, and the 5 is involved on this one. Okay? So that sheet was to understand